So what you looking forward tonight out of this?
I just want to, introduce myself to Pittsburgh all over again. This is COVID season, like you said. A lot of it's nothing funny about COVID, nothing funny about the pandemic, but a lot of funny situations happen. So, we gotta talk about it. We gotta laugh about it. Keep from crying about it. I'm tired of crying, child. I'm tired.
Amen, amen, amen. We've had a lot of, we have a lot of death and a lot of things that's
Right.
happening within the communities. I spoke about our brother Leon Rocky Moore has a grief from home services, and his notification is popping up on my phone always because he's always in business. So we got to combat that. And so tonight, this is part of combating that we can laugh and have a good
Right.
time, and that we can have laughter tonight. So I'm thankful that you're here tonight because I know that we're gonna get some laughs from you. We just got some already. See, with the cement castles. I never heard the Palisades called the cement castle, but that's what it is now.
That's
I grew
right.
up in the cement castle.
That's right. You better say it.
You better say it.
Say it with your chest.
You better say it like you mean it. The cement castle. That's where I
That's
grew up.
right.
That's where I grew up at. So glad to have you tonight, and we're looking forward to seeing you.
All
All
right.
right.
Thank you for having me. Thank Roxamore Entertainment.
All right, that's Roxamore. That's Jess Janelle giving a shout out to Roxamore Entertainment. As again, Roxamore Entertainment, you can Google Roxamore, you can look it up on LinkedIn, and believe me, a lot of stuff is popping up because the CEO Leon Rockymore is doing big things within the city of Pittsburgh. He's making moves. I call him the young lion, and he's making moves. The young lion is.
That's me. Nigga, forgot my name.
I never.
Who, me? Wait, don't cuss. Okay, well, I wasn't prepared for that.
Hey, that threw a monkey wrench in your whole game now, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is about to be quite harder than I thought. What's going on? Just go ahead. Let's go.
What's
Let's start
going on? Yeah, let's get it
Yeah.
started. You know what I mean? Hey, listen. Hey, look, we are people that can adapt. Am I right about it?
Yeah, I just don't want to get talked about a young lion, you know? Because he's more like a young lion silverback. That nigga. Lion, I don't think a lion. That
Hey,
nigga-
and guess what? And guess what? He ain't an alpha. He's a beta.
No. Say that to him.
That's what he tells me.
That
I call him alpha, but he said he's a beta. So, my brother, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great.
So, I believe, are you the MC tonight?
Yeah.
Now,
Why we play the music?
let somebody know your name,
Oh, I'm Izzy for real.
and you're the MC tonight.
Hold on. Because we ain't gonna be. Keep going. All right, come on. Then. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I seen a little bit of tape on you tonight. So
Okay.
I'm looking forward for you being the MC and hosting this thing. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I smoke weed. I cuss a lot. I cuss a lot, a heck of a lot. Okay, and I mean, but I have fun. I go out there and I do my thing. I just like to be a butthole.
So
Y'all see that? Y'all see this? Ooh, I'm working it, butthole.
So how did you become a comedian? What, was you funny when you was younger, when you was coming up, or?
I just do me. You know what I
just do
mean? Yeah, people just find what I do to be funny.
Do they?
Yeah, I ain't never understand it before, but now I make it work for me. You feel
Make
me?
it work for you?
Yeah.
I see
My
it
name
is.
Izzy. He told me to tell you that.
What's up, Izzy? So Izzy.
Yes.
So Izzy. So
Yes,
you
yes.
say you just. So what you do is your comedian act. Is it like life experience, the things you went through in life, or?
Or just random things I thought about on the toilet, or
That's good. Hey, you do a
random
lot-
thoughts that come up right now. Like,
Hey,
you know?
hey, you do a lot of thinking on the toilet, on the throne.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely in the bathroom. There's a lot of thinking going on in the bathroom.
Yeah, a lot of other things too, but we can't talk about that on camera.
That's right.
So
So,
personal.
so what is it for you to be on this rock comedy show, covered edition premiere, the first episode here in Pittsburgh? What is it? What does that mean to you?
Well, first off, I mean, it was all fun. Like, it was fun. It was like, it was a new thing for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody else is doing what's going on. Like, everybody got like little similar things and stuff like that. But this was put together real well, and I like it.
Cool.
Y'all waving at me?
Cool. You good, Izzy?
Good, yeah.
We good. So this is Roxamore Presents, the Rock Comedy Show, the covered edition, here in McKees Rocks at the Parkway Theater. We just got done interviewing Jess Janelle and Izzy. Izzy is the MC. And so I would like to get the next interview. What's your name?
Call me G Wiz. Yeah, they call me Gary G Wiz, you know.
So this is Gary G.
Yeah,
Wiz.
they call me G Wiz.
G. Wiz?
Yes, sir.
Okay, G. Wiz. So G. Wiz, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Long story short, I'm a web developer. I'm a media guy. So I make films and things like that. Mr. Rocky Moore is my older cousin. He was one of the first people to actually support my first movie release, Mr. Jacob. You know, he was one of the first people to become a sponsor for the movie, and it's only right to come out and support Big Cuz. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's very good. Always support those who support you.
Absolutely.
Who helped you out. You won't want to burn no bridges.
Yeah, first time I did music was at his house.
Oh, yeah.
That one laptop and that one microphone in the corner.
One mic.
I remember that one mic and one laptop.
Yeah, so, and now he has the Rocky Moore Empire. So you've been with him for a long time. And so all what you just talk about, a web developer and all the things that entail with technology, which all goes over my head. So I'm glad we got a guy like you, G Wiz, to be able to give us to us. So what does it mean for you to be here at the Rock Comedy Show Covered Edition first episode tonight?
Man, it's an honor to be here, man. I'm excited to be here, man. You know what I mean? You know, me and Cuz, we bounce ideas all the time. And one thing I can say, as far as long as I've known him, when he say he want to do something, he does it. Period. You know what I mean? And that's honorable. It's honorable to have people in your life that'll always try to pull you up to be better than where you're at now. So it's always an honor. And then to be like, hey, Cuz, come down. Just come kick it. And, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. I appreciate that.
That is what's up. That is what's up. You know that he's able to, pull you up. Tell you to come hang out. Always looking to reach out to you.
Right.
That's good because we need more black men like that.
Right. You need people who are willing to pull you under their wing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That's missing in our society.
Right. That's perfect that you said that. We need some more mentorship.
Right.
Somebody to take, like you just said, take you under, and that's lacking in our community.
Right.
In the urban community and even going out in the suburban community too as well.
Yeah.
That's starting to lack in all those areas. And so that's great that you have somebody like that in your life.
Yeah. When you don't have to feel like you're in the crabs in a bucket environment all the time. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But it's more so like, hey, let's do this. We're going to run this thing together. You let me know what you're good at. I'll tell you what I'm good at, and we're going to make this work together.
And we're going to blend.
Absolutely.
And we're going to melt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
let's
that's...
get it. And then
so
find the next one and do that with them too.
Exactly. And then we're going to build.
Yeah.
Exactly. So G Wiz, I'm glad to have you here tonight.
Oh, I'm glad to
You know what I mean? Just to hear the enthusiasm that you have about what's happening tonight, and then how...
I'm ready to laugh, man.
And how, me too. I'm ready to laugh too. I'm ready to laugh because we've been in a depressing time right now.
Yeah.
Just COVID-19. There's been a lot of loss of life, and a lot of people who went in the hospital didn't come back out.
Right.
And so and a lot of his business grief from home. Business is really booming, and that's good for him, but that's sad for our society.
Yeah.
So we want to laugh tonight and have a good time tonight.
Absolutely.
And G Wiz, it seemed like if you might have worked on your comedian skills, it looked like you might be all right.
Oh, I'm working on one now.
Are you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not here to promote that.
Yeah.
we can talk about what's going on at the Rock Comedy Show.
I got you.
Absolutely.
I got you.
Absolutely.
So G Wiz, I'm glad to have you
Yeah,
here
absolutely.
tonight, and then
Likewise.
looking forward to
Glad to be
seeing you, for the rest of the night. That we have a good time.
Oh, yeah.
At the Roxamore Presents the Rock Comedy Show Covered Edition.
Roxamore presents the Rock Comedy Edition. All right, we good to go.
We good to go. So just talk a little bit about Brother Rockymore, and like you said that he's always wanting. When he says he's gonna do something, he's gonna do something.
Yeah.
Now I went to a retreat because he sponsors a men's retreat, and I've been for 2 years in a row.
Okay.
And the 1 year I was up there,
I knew that's where I saw.
and
you
the 1 year I was up there, he
I
said,
saw you up there.
and the 1 year I
The
was
golf course?
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
I
the golf
remember,
course.
see, we was up there.
Yeah, we was up there. Yeah, up in West Virginia. The golf course up on the mountaintop, as we call it. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
And we have
I
a
did the praise and worship.
and we had a you did?
Yeah.
And okay, that was you. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So we had a blessed and fresh time
sir.
up there. Well, Brother Leon heard me say, every football player's dream is to say, I'm gonna go play big time football. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the pros, and then I'm gonna retire and work for ESPN.
Yeah.
So he heard me say that, and then he was telling me that he was getting this TV, this thing together that he has together right now.
Yeah.
And I'm at a Woodland Hills football game, and I'm walking through the crowd, and he says to me, he's dressed up. I said, "What you doing dressed up?" Leon, he said, I told you I was gonna get that production together.
Yeah.
And here's what he said to me. He said, I've been praying to God to bring me somebody to do the broadcasting, and he said he just did it. Now I'm looking around like this. Who you talking to? You ain't talking to me. But he was talking to me. Then he said he needed somebody else to help out. Brother named Craig Thomas. Yeah. Woodland Hills running back. Been gone for 30 years, but he's back here now.
Okay.
To make a long story short, me and Craig, been doing it, the broadcasting, but just to see what he said he was going to do, and then do it, like you said.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? He did it, and he's expanding.
Yeah.
It's a great
One
thing.
of the things I can say, I know, working with, I call him Boona. Y'all call him Leon. I'm calling him Boona. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. I'm calling him Boona. Now, he might want to fight me for this, but I'm calling him Boona. So one thing I can say about from working with Boona, working with Brandon, literally planning is everything. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to go out and do things on a whim, but that's one thing that I can say I picked up working around these brothers. Plan things out, map it out. What's A through Z? How do you get from A to B to C to D? You know what I mean?
Correct.
And that's one thing I can say is one of the things that I can say I picked up on and to say, man, let me map this stuff out. Brand yourself. Brand your brand. You know what I mean? And believe in your brand, even if other people don't believe in it, and push it until the vision comes to life.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Correct.
Like I say, that's one of the things I can say I've witnessed over the years.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Working with these brothers.
Right, and like you just said, making the vision plain. That's what the word says. Now I'm not gonna get up here and preach.
Right, the vision make it plain, so those who believe in it will run with
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
He ain't
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
preach, I'll
Make
tell
it plain,
you.
make it
My
plain.
bad. No, I'm not sorry,
Hey, in the book of Habakkuk. Yeah, so definitely he said make it plain. And so, and that's what Brother Leon is doing. He has made it plain what his vision is and where he want to go and what he want to do.
Right.
You say
G Wiz.
G Wiz?
Call me just Wiz. It's wisdom.
Wisdom?
The G is silent. GWIZDOL. The G is
Wisdom.
silent. So let y'all know that. You go try to find wisdom, you better put the G on it. All right.
All right, brother. It was a
I
great
appreciate
interview.
you.
All right.
I definitely
appreciate you
appreciate
too. Definitely as well. So here again at the Rock Some More presents the Rock Comedy Show, the covered edition. I'm here with the big man. We call him Brandon. So Brandon, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I've known Mr. Rocky Moore, aka G Wiz said, Boona for over 25 years.
That's his name.
Boona, yeah. And if you if you from our neighborhood, if you from St. Clair, you know him as Boona. But he is involved in the Mr. Rocky Moore, and he has developed the Rock Some More empire. Like Sam touched on a little bit earlier. We have the Rock Some More Sports Network. We have Rock Some More Records for music. Rock Some More Films for stuff like this. Rock Some More Media. So the list goes on and on. The Grieving from Home Services. So I'm saying I consider him my big bro, and it can't be said enough. When he puts his mind to do something, he's gonna do it. He's gonna get it done, and that's exactly what tonight's about. Putting his mind to bring comedy to Pittsburgh, shine light on people who need the light shine on them, and all this depression that we have going on with the pandemic, and make people laugh and bring everybody together again.
Yeah, it's a great vision. It's a great idea, even for it to come to fruition, which it is about to. And this is one of many episodes that's about to happen. And like you said, showcase local talent. That someone, you don't know, whoever, someone might explode from this right here. But Brandon, you do a lot of work behind the scenes here at the Rock Some More Sports. I mean, the Rock Some More Empire.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about that.
All right, so for this project in particular, I'm production assistant. I've reached out to all the comics that you'll see through the season. This is season 1. So we're not stopping here. That's why we say season 1. And we'll have season 2, 3, so on and so forth. We have 3 acts per set, and it'll be 6 episodes each season. So with that being said, for everybody watching this, if you know somebody who's funny, somebody's a comic, shoot me their information, look me up. Go to rockcomedyshow.com. My information will be at the bottom of the page, or hit the little chat icon button, and their message will come to me and I'll reach out to them. Besides that, I help Mr. Rocky Moore with the Sports Network as well. I handle the social media for Rocky Moore Sports Network and the Rock Comedy Show. I originally got started with Mr. Rocky Moore with just being around one day and he shot a music video, for a song he did for the Pittsburgh Steelers for the Super Bowl in 2005. And it was him and another artist, and he needed somebody to hold a camera. And I've always had a thing for cameras, so while I was recording it, I started playing with it, and he liked what he seen. So he initially brought me on as a camera operator, or a cameraman, generically put. And since then, title after title after title's been put on, and here I am today.
So you took the initiative about the camera. You took the first step.
Right.
And then as you taking the first step, Mr. Rockymore sees your initiative and then takes you on. And then I've heard that from story after story after story that he's taken, people on and then took them under his wing and then developed them. And now you are the
Production assistant.
Production assistant.
Right.
And
one of many titles.
One of many titles. And so I've worked with you many times. I've seen the hard work that you do behind the scenes.
Yes, sir.
And I see what you do. And, and you're a great asset to the Rocky Moore empire.
I appreciate it. Yes, sir.
So again, we come together tonight.
Yes, sir.
Having a good time in the Rock Comedy Show, Covered Edition. Right. And, I love your presence. I love when you're around.
Yes, sir.
I don't like when you're not around. And so I know you have some things that you have to do.
Yes, sir.
But we miss you when you're not there.
Appreciate it. Real quick, as we mentioned, with people looking to get on the Rock Comedy Show, hit my information up. And as Mr. Timbers just said, if you become part of the show, Mr. Rocky Moore will help, bring you under his wing and help elevate you to where you want to go. So by all means, reach out to us and let's get this thing blown up. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah. This is Lillian Cannon.
So we have Lillian Cannon here. She's one of the comedians for the Rock Comedy Show Covered Edition tonight. So Lillian, it was great to have you here. I already seen that, that the MC said something, the guy that's gonna be leading us, I'm forgetting his name, but he said something about black women, and you stepped up real quickly.
Well, okay, first of all, explanation. All I heard was black women, and all the black men go, oh. I had to turn around and find out what was said. That's all. It wasn't nothing. I just needed for clarification.
I got you. But I got you. So you look like, that you ain't playing. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, hey, I'm 52 years old. I'm out here in the game. I've been doing this for a little bit. For just a little bit.
So we're glad to have you tonight. So what are you expecting from this Covered Edition, the Roxy Moore Comedy Show tonight?
What any comic should be expecting is some form of exposure. Like, we're not doing this for the heck of it. If it's your passion, you're doing it to get exposure. So the conversation having with Brandon was, what would come around? I'm like, okay, that's cool. Let's get some exposure. Let's do this. I'm ready to retire from my 26 years with Allegheny County. It's time for me to step out there and do comedy on a full-time basis, and that's what I'm trying to do.
So then you're stepping out on faith.
Every day, I'm a black woman. Every time I open my eyes, it's a step of faith.
And guess what? We ain't preaching tonight, but when you step out on faith, God will meet you at the intersection of faith.
Oh, sweetheart, he meet me when I get up to take me to the intersection. Okay?
Amen. 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 Amen.
They don't even play them games because, see, the many times I've walked out on my own, I have got my face smashed in the sand. So I stand there, wait for him, and then we walk to the intersection.
Well, see, and that is so true. But God expects you to do something as well.
He gave me this talent. He gave me. I got the gift of gab. I got the gift to make people laugh. I keep it real, but I keep it clean.
You keep it clean?
My tag is I ain't skinny. I can be reached at IAin'tSkinny.com, IAin'tSkinnyAOL.com. So, I mean, I am what I am. I'm not skinny. It's not a lie. I don't lie. And then most of my comedy is based on real life. It's based on what I've been through, who's been through it with me, and it's just, it's just what it is.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing you tonight and having a good time. Just hearing what God has put on your heart to say to us tonight,
Absolutely.
even in comedy, because our God laughs too.
Absolutely. What you'll see tonight of me, I gave it a little bit of taste of some of the stuff I do. I can elaborate on those jokes. I can elaborate on them. I can do whatever. So it is what it is. That's what I'm looking out for. So of course I'm hoping to get called back for season 2 after this. So we'll go from there.
We'll go from there. Well, we're glad to have you here tonight. It's good to see you and expecting a good time tonight.
And I want to thank Roxamore Productions, Entertainment, Entrepreneur. I don't know how many names y'all keep putting behind it, but whatever behind it, I want to thank them for the opportunity.
All you got to do is
be in the
Google
show.
and you'll see them all.
What you say? You'll see 'em
Yeah,
all?
it'll be popping up. Google or on LinkedIn, you'll see them all. Oh, you're on there.
Google
So,
'em all, right,
yeah,
right.
yeah. So, again, great to have you tonight. We're expecting a good time. And again, this is Roxamore Presents, the Rock Comedy Show, the COVID-19 edition. And again, we have a myriad of comedians here tonight, and we're expecting a great time.
All right, you have a good one.
Same
Thanks.
to you.
Thanks for the interview.
So we have Gino coming up. He's a comedian here tonight. I seen him when he first came in. You was here bright and early, bright out and bushy-tailed, and you was ready. I heard you said you had a podcast going on too. Let's talk a little bit about that.
That's it's called Gino's Comic to Comic Podcast. So I sit down with another local Pittsburgh comedian and do an interview, but we don't ask any serious questions. I don't care where you went to school. We ask stupid stuff like how do you like the toilet paper roll, that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun, and we've been doing pretty well. We've done 7 episodes so far.
Okay, yeah. So I've heard you said 7 episodes. 7 is that 7? Yeah, you've been done 7 episodes.
Yeah,
So
it's about 45 minutes long is about how.
okay. So like you said, it's nothing serious. You just have a good time
That's right.
and laughter. So Gino, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm the old guy of the crew, as you know, and you had a lot of guts making the old guy go last, because there's a chance I might fall asleep. So I'm glad that you got me while I'm still awake.
Gino, you seen when you came in, I was down in that chair and I was half asleep waiting for everybody to come.
See, it works out good with my crew because they show me how to use my phone, and I make sure they get home safe. We're a good setup.
Yes, that's a good sense. So tell me a little bit about your comedy. Do you do it through experience, or do you have stuff acted out, or do you have
what's going on with me, basically?
what's going on with you?
So it's
Okay.
a lot of internet dating jokes and that kind. I'm an old single guy, so it's a lot of sex jokes and internet.
I got you.
That's the truth. I'm glad you told me not to swear. I'm glad Izzy was the guinea pig, 'cause I would have.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to seeing you tonight, Gino. That you have a good time. I'm glad that you're the elder statesman of the crew. And so again, like you said, that means you're seasoned. I believe that you're
I like
seasoned.
that season.
That you're
That sounds
seasoned.
so much better than old.
Yeah, you're seasoned. So we're looking forward to seeing you tonight and what you bring at the Roxamore Presents, the Rock Comedy Show, Coven Edition, the first episode, Gino.
thank
Glad to have you.
Thank you. Thank
All
you
right.
for being here.
No, we gotta get you. Oh, now we like to introduce Mr. Leon Rockymore, the CEO of the Rockymore Empire. So, Mr. Rockymore,
Yes, sir.
this is the Roxamore Presents, the Rock Comedy Show, the Coven Edition, the first one. And so I want to ask you, how did this vision come, putting this together, and why did you want to do it?
It came together, when I started to begin to realize the importance of the mental depression rate going up, the suicide rate going up. Suicide hit my home once with a close relative. And that was very difficult for me, and I was in denial, thinking that something like that would even happen. And yet it did. And while I'm doing the funeral services for Grief from Home, which is one of our departments in Roxamore, I realized right then and there the reason why I was being at these funerals. I was told how most of these people passed away. And then there was COVID, there was suicide. You know what I mean? And then there was people who just decided to check out, who just kind of like just gave up. You know, and I said, you know what? This is something that's a problem, and people are not getting an opportunity to fight this in any kind of way. And not too many people can afford a psychiatrist. Not too many people can afford to get help with these kind of things, let alone go to a place. You can't afford to go to the place because you don't want to get sick. So the thing that became very unique there, one of my kids talks to a therapist via video, but there's nothing like, you know, that interaction person to person, you know, as God intended it to be. And I wanted to try to find a remedy and a way to try to help push that in the right direction.
And so, hence, the Rock Comedy Show Covered Edition,
Right.
with laughter,
Right.
that we can be able to change the atmosphere,
Right.
and change the airspace.
That's right.
With laughter, and change the narrative too as well.
Absolutely.
So that's interesting. You talked about depression, and you know what's all going on, because I've lost my dad to suicide.
Right.
So I've experienced that too as well.
Right.
And so I'm thankful that God has touched your heart to be able to bring this together. That, like you said, people will be able to see this and don't have to be in the surrounding, but being able to see it and have laughter and have a good time. So this is episode 1. So, Mr. Rocky Moore, tell me a little bit more about yourself.
Well, I mean, I'm a simple guy, depending on what we're talking about. I like to keep it simple, straight, and forward. I'm just a family man who walks out of the door every single day for his family. You know, and I do what I must, and I get up on that cross daily for my family, for their lifestyle, for the food that's on the table and the roof that's over their head. You know, so they're my reason why. Yeah.
Mr. Rocky Moore, you truly have the entrepreneurship blood driving all through you. And so you've come up with many entities in the Roxamore empire.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about some of those.
You know, it kind of spawned from my dad. My dad was a businessman, and he may not have been the perfect man, but he was the man who showed me how, if there's a way, you can make something happen. If your wheels are not broken, you can find a way. You know, if there's kids around and there's candy, sell some candy to the kids. You know, if you got a truck and people need furniture to move into their crib, talk to the furniture company, have them use you as the person to get the furniture to their clients. So it was that ability of watching him always figure out a way to survive that I picked up on naturally. And during COVID, you just had to become creative in order to survive the whole entire pandemic. So here we are today, after years and years of being in business, working for myself 12 years now. I retired corporate America at 28, you know, so, and I've just been chasing a dream ever since, you know. So for me, whenever I seen a need, I looked at what was missing and said, okay, can I help provide what's missing? And that's how the funeral department started. You know, when I looked at my son wanting to do sports, and I said, son, if you're going to start here in boxing and you want to go pro, you're going to need the lights, the camera, and the action to make you a big deal. I said, so I'll provide that lights, camera, and that action for you. You know, so I got behind him, and that's how the Roxamore Sports Network developed. You know, I've always done music and film all my life, so Roxamore Records and Films is what started the whole entire thing, and then came many others. You know, so now we have the comedy division, and here we are, ready to put some laughs in.
So this is Roxamore Present, the Roxamore Comedy Show, COVID-19 edition, and I'm here with Mr. Leon Rocky Moore. And so we just heard that all what he's going through and all what he's doing and how God has envisioned him to be able to put together the things he needed to do. And now we're about to witness the first episode of the Rock Comedy Show. And I'm Sam Timbers, and this is Mr. Leon Rocky Moore, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.